Michael Cohen, one-time fixer for Donald Trump, who is now the star witness at his hush money criminal trial. Cohen has now testified in court.
Right, the then Republican candidate directed him to pay off adult film star Stormy Daniels to bury revelations of an alleged tryst. Our next story brings you the complete details. Take a look.
Donald Trump's ex-fixer Michael Cohen told jurors on Monday that his former boss personally signed off on the payment to porn star Stormy Daniels to bury her story about an alleged 2006 sexual encounter. Cohen, who worked as an executive and lawyer for Trump's company for nearly a decade, testified that Trump told him the situation would be a, quote, disaster for the campaign. Trump's defense has suggested the payment to Daniels was meant to protect his family from embarrassment. But Cohen testified that Trump wasn't thinking about his wife Melania at the time, and instead it was, quote, all about the campaign. At the defense table, Trump shook his head. At the center of the case is Cohen's $130,000 payment to Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Prosecutors have said Trump paid Cohen back after the election and hid the reimbursement by recording it falsely as a legal retainer fee. Trump is being charged with falsifying business records tied to the transaction. He has pleaded not guilty and denies ever having sex with Daniels.
This trial is rigged. It's dishonest. It's a disgrace to New York. It's a disgrace to the country. I should be out campaigning now instead of sitting in a very cold courthouse.
The 2024 Republican candidate, who is running against Democratic President Joe Biden in November, says the trial is a politically motivated attempt to interfere with his campaign. The Manhattan trial is widely seen as less consequential than 3 other criminal prosecutions Trump faces. Prosecutors have said they could rest their case this week.
Now for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report with further details on this. Take a look.
Michael Cohen's testimony is crucial as he is the star witness and has firsthand knowledge of the events in question. Cohen's testimony provides a direct link between Donald Trump and the hush money payment to Stormy Daniels, which is ultimately at the heart of the 30 of 4 felony counts against the former president. Cohen's testimony, backed by records and documents, may ultimately paint a picture of Trump's involvement in the payment and the attempts to silence Daniels, which could be damaging to the former president's defense. But the question is, with Michael Cohen's credibility at the end of the day in front of that jury. The defense team will likely argue that the prosecution's case relies too heavily on the testimony of a convicted felon and that the evidence presented is circumstantial and not sufficient to prove Trump's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. They may also argue that the payments to Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal were legal and did not violate campaign finance laws. If the defense can raise sufficient doubt about the prosecution's case, it could lead to an acquittal or a hung jury.